Let's go ahead and I know everyone's curious about this water in Florida, and so let's go ahead and jump into some goofy news.
Fun.
And then we will go ahead and wrap up.
Right here.
What, are the Gators even turning it down?
This is just beautiful stuff. Hold on. All right, so I need article view. There we are. All right, so our first one. Florida man buys $8 million island one week and then steals $300 from Kmart the next week.
Are you kidding me? He just buys a big island and steals money? What?
Well, you know.
Yeah, he overdrew his bank account.
Apparently.
That is obviously what you have. Sorry.
So, and if he just stole like 60 cents less things, he wouldn't have had a felony. I mean,
oh, wait. So
would
now
have been
that
a
he's in
misdemeanor.
jail,
I don't know.
Now that he's in jail, what's gonna happen to that island?
I don't know, man. I don't know. But not to be outdone, a Florida driver is accused of stopping for man to cross and then hitting him with his SVU.
Wow.
He stopped to let a pedestrian walk ahead, only to hit him later with his car while crossing.
Wow.
He was arrested. He surrendered to authorities after the incident was caught on camera last month.
Something similar happened to me. I was walking to school.
Where's the link to this article? I need to see this.
This dumb teenager, he decided to let me cross, but then after I started crossing, he gassed it, and he was like 3 inches away from hitting me.
Wow. Oh, thank you for that, William. I appreciate that.
That's why my walk to school stresses me out, because there's a high school about 5 blocks away from my middle school. So because of that, there's a lot of 16-year-old drivers nearby my middle school, and they stress me out.
That's always the dangerous part about living in a college town. It's like over half of the population has had their driver's license for less than 5 years.
Well, that includes me, and mine's not even a full driver's license yet.
Oh boy!
You have these people, they let you out in the street, and then they're distracted doing something else. They're like, okay, let's go, zoom, and they don't even look.
Loopy's in the water in Florida right now. Oh boy! Are we ready? Oh. All right. 3 naked Florida women lead police on a 21-mile chase.
Oh man!
I'm sorry. What?
So apparently it started with a little traffic stop, and then after starting on a little traffic stop, they got into a high-speed chase, and they ended up, a high-speed chase with the police. Women were caught after police managed to blow out the tires and repeatedly ram their car. One was subdued using a stun gun, and marijuana was found in the car. See, guys, that's what happens. Right, Dan?
That's what happens when you pot.
Wait, is weed legal in Florida? It might as well be.
I don't think so.
It is.
All right, so in the words of the Tampa Bay Times, though Pasco had been dubbed the nudist capital of the world, the arrest reports do not indicate the women were linked to its many nudists or clothing optional communities.
Wow.
All right, so Florida man threatens to destroy the town with an army of turtles.
Why?
This all reminds me of that old Florida Man challenge that happened like a month or maybe a few weeks ago. I can't remember exactly, but me and my roommates did that, and for some reason when my roommate Havani did it and put it and did it with his birthday of August 5th, he got this jewel: Florida Man F's Dolphin stars in documentary.
What the?
Precisely. There's something going on in Florida. All right, so this guy's a self-proclaimed saint.
It's WTF Florida.
Well, all right. The self-proclaimed saint was arrested in a coastal Florida town Sunday after screaming obscenities and threatening to unleash an army of turtles. An arrest affidavit said.
I mean, at least
to try and get this all out of the way before spring break.
Yeah.
It's already spring break for me.
All right. So the next article demonstrates it's not living in Florida or being a Florida-ite that does it. It's actually something in the water in Florida. Because this Canadian family drives home from Florida with a dead body to avoid U.S. healthcare costs, the report said. So this is a Canadian, The Canadian family decided to keep driving when its 87-year-old patriarch died in the backseat of their car while returning home from flight. I wonder what the customs warden says. Oh, he's just sleeping very soundly. Here's his passport, sir. You know.
I wouldn't be surprised I wouldn't be surprised if that person actually got murdered.
Yeah. What? Dan, what was that?
Back to the Great White North, hoser.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. This kind of has these what is this? The National Lampoon's Christmas or not Christmas Vacation? Which one? The vacation. I think it's the one just called Vacation, right? Where they're going across the country to Wally World or whatever it is. I don't know.
Isn't Wally World Walmart?
Yeah, it is. What's the name of that? I don't know. I don't really care for the Vacation series much, but you guys know what movie I'm talking about, right? Somebody on here's got to know what movie I'm talking about. You know, that they're taking the grandmother across country and she dies right halfway through, so they leave her dead in the front porch.
I have no idea.
Why does this sound like a really terrifying or like really awful?
Dan, do you know what movie I'm talking about? Maybe it's just us older people will remember this.
Hey, I got
at some point, yes.
Yeah,
I got a brilliant idea that scientists should do in Florida.
What?
Scientists should figure out how to turn mad cow disease into a drug, and then they could give it to everyone in Florida, see what happens.
They'd mess it up and turn it into mad alligator disease.
So their concern was the high cost of U.S. healthcare. I get it. I completely get it. I mean, I'd want to get up to Florida,
I understand
too.
that part, too.
And the cost of shipping the body. Dude, it cost me $23 to ship a book out of this country. What would it cost to ship a body?
It would be FedEx only or better. You could put it on a UPS truck. They won't handle anything hazardous. Same with the U.S. mail.
Yeah. All right. National Lampoon's Vacation is the official title of the movie. And yes, it was called Wally World in the movie, which predates Walmart. So I thought I was right about that. Yeah. So that's, I mean, guys, that's what's going on in Florida. We have a lot more crazy fun news. I just wanted to start with Florida. Let's go ahead and catch up on comments. Thank you again for that super chat, William. Always appreciate that, my friend.
Florida man gets out of jail, immediately steals from car in prison lot. Okay then.
Loopy's in Florida fishing right now on the water. So Loopy, that's why we changed your name to Loopy, my friend. Okay. Wow. EB picked up Fukushima printer. Really? What? I don't know what the Fukushima printer is.
Have you ever watched Live PD?
Why specifically at Fukushima?
I don't know. It sounds to me like something that would melt down. Here in Florida, we are infested with all the scum of villainy from around the world of the nation. Maybe that's what does it, right?
Have you guys ever watched Live PD?
No.
Have you ever been to FloridaMan.com?
No.
That's a thing, apparently.
Is it related to people of Walmart.com?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Wait, people of Walmart.com. I gotta check this out. Hold up.
Oh, you go to your own peril, my friend. The most dangerous automobiles usually are a lot older in their 20s. Let's see. Claims to be a saint. Time for him to visit the loony bin. That's right.
I live in a college town that's got a lot of young college students that like to drive and some walk, but apparently where I live at, it gets quite crap on game day and it can quite have accidents or distractions happen.
Films Orlando. Let's see. Steve speaking British popular right now.
Alright. What's the next
folk from Tampa are... Yeah. All right. Are we ready for more crazy news?
Yes.
Doctors discover 4 bees.
I am a crazy sponge.
Okay. Doctors discover 4 bees in a woman's left eye living off her tears.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
What are they, micro bees?
Apparently.
If I find out there's bees living in my eye...
It's in Taiwan.
If I'm going blind, I'm getting rid of that eye.
Well,
yeah, there you go. There you go, indeed.
Have you ever heard of a thing called sweat
Even if it means
bees?
getting rid of my only good eye, I'm getting rid of it.
Bees, like, there's a thing called sweat bees that bumblebees out there like honey, but there's another type of species called sweat bees that like sweat.
I've been warning you guys about this robotic invasion. I've really been warning you guys about all this kind of stuff, internet-connected stuff. Suspected robber turns out to be a Roomba.
What?
Now, this actually kind of resonates with me because my aunt, my aunt lives in a small town in like northwest Pennsylvania where the cows outnumber the people like 3-1. It might even be 5-1 now, and she's actually had a Hallmark store that was the longest store in the history of the town owned by a single person. She owned the store for like 35 years before selling it. Well, one day she had these balloons, like, you know, the balloon people that are, you know, they,
you inflate them to go like...
Well, I mean, basically it's just a balloon when they put arms and legs on it and stuff. Well, she was selling these balloons, and she comes in the store one day and it looked like it had been ransacked, like broken stuff all over the floor. She's like, what's going on? And so they go on and they look at the security stuff. Well, what it was is the heat fluctuation of the store, because it was like the wintertime. So the heat fluctuation was, it was get hot and then cold. And of course, as balloons get hot and cold, you know, they get more or less buoyant. And so the balloon's doing this through the store, knocking stuff off the shelves. So yeah, the Roomba turns out to be the invader. So they respond to a possible home invasion, but the intruder wasn't alive or a person. It was a robotic vacuum cleaner.
I think I heard that last night on my mom talk about it.
I saw this video. Somebody paired like 100 Roombas to an Alexa.
Oh God, I heard about that.
They did what?
They paired 100 Roombas to an Alexa and then told the Alexa to unleash them.
Let's see. I wanted a monolithic. Let's see. FFS. How dirty must you be to have insects living in your body? Wash your eyes. Yeah.
Indeed. I don't want that.
How lazy can people be? I mean, don't like vacuuming. You know, like vacuuming gives you exercise, you know, like Anna Rita says.
Well, my mom uses the manual vacuums, not the robotic ones.
Oh, so somebody...
So do I. I prefer to push my own vacuum.
Somebody's talking about pigs over here, so we have to do this article next, I think. Distracted driver turns out to have a 250-pound pig on his lap.
Wait a second.
Did he hit it and go through the windshield?
No, it's just his pet, apparently.
Wait a second. You can't have a Linux open chat without talking about food.
Well, we'll get to food. Don't worry. I think we got some food.
We're getting to bacon right now.
Yeah, right here. Now, I don't know if I have any food funny news, but we'll get the food. That's okay. But this distracted driver in Minnesota, the Minnesota sheriff encountered a couple of true road hogs early this week. A driver who was pulled over for having trouble staying in lane turned out to be operating a vehicle with a 250-pound pig on his lap. He also had a smaller pig with him. Both pigs can be seen in the photo posted on social media by the sheriff. Smaller pig appears to be standing next to the driver's seat behind the larger pig's legs.
My God! Why do you have those pigs, man? Why do you have those pigs?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's taking his lunch with him.
Yeah, you know.
So this person, he taped two balloons, or he taped a balloon to the back of two Roombas. So 2 balloons on the back of both Roombas, and then he taped a knife at the front and had see which balloon would pop first. It's a Roomba fight. It's a Roomba fight.
Yeah.
Roomba deathmatch.
There you go. All right. Band of toddlers found wandering near highway after escaping from daycare in Louisiana. I knew I had a Louisiana on here.
Oh my God, the crazy guy over here.
So, kids are safe, but Color Wheel Learning Center in Prairieville, Louisiana has had its license revoked. You think? It wasn't our fault. Those toddlers had a mass breakout.
Where did it happen?
Prairieville, Louisiana.
I remember when I was in elementary school, there was this incident where a second grader got super mad at his teacher, so he just walked out of the school.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It's out the back.
And it was on a busy street,
Thump, thump.
That place is south of the state capitol. That place is south of
Yeah. According to the station, daycare staff had no explanation for how the 1-year-olds got out of the play yard and ended up outside of a fence by a nearby highway. Passers-by who spotted the kids stopped, gathered the children, and returned them to the daycare.
I'm very confused.
They apparently had a similar incident last October when a 1-year-old opened the gate and wound up in the parking lot. That even led to a citation from the state for lack of supervision, but the outlet notes, that's exciting.
So when I was in 4th grade...
Stop playing, you stupid videos. Stop it. Thank you.
When I was in 4th grade, I was in this daycare, and I got stung by a bee, and I have a minor bee allergy. But this daycare didn't even tell my parents that I got stung. And then also and we were at a beach when it happened, and they told me that if I went and played in the water, then it would heal it. That's what the dude told me. Let's just say that was the last time I ever went to that daycare.
Yeah.
And then when
Anna Rita, I'm curious about Anna Rita's comments on this article because she runs a daycare.
When we got back from the beach, I just went to one of the benches, and I just fell asleep on the bench, and then I woke up when my mom picked me up, and they didn't tell my mom that I got stung by a bee. My mom didn't know about it until when I got home. She saw my arm.
Wow.
So that was the last time I went to that daycare. After that, I just started staying home by myself.
You'd probably be safer, they need more security and daycare workers. Or how much you want to bet the daycare, they had enough daycare workers, they were all just like zombies.
Yeah, either that or they just didn't know what they were doing.
Actually, the daycare center should have recorded that as an incident and had it on file so they could relay it to your parents.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, the same thing happened 6 months ago, The
daycare centers around here are supposed to keep running logs of anything of that kind of abnormal situation.
Yeah. Like we saw. All right. So you guys know the importance of keeping it in your pants. So this pays especially attention if you have a twin. Because, of course, you do a paternity match, and either twin should show up since they're identical twins. So neither one of them wanted to fess up to, the deed. And so the judge orders both of them to pay child support. All right. We don't know which one of you it is. You're both going to pay. Good for the judge.
Wow.
Calls out the deadbeat dad and his identical twin, whichever, for not stepping up. So I don't know. Does each of them pay half, or is the woman getting twice? I don't know.
Well, that's one way of getting it out of the system and getting it resolved.
Yeah,
and not wasting taxpayers' money.
Two people having to deal with it.
Yeah, there you go. One of the twins had a casual fling with a woman who later gave birth to a baby girl. The woman isn't certain which twin is the dad. I identified both of them to take the ID test. It came back positive match. Neither man would fess up. So the judge says the two men were taking away the child's right to know the real dad. He ordered each twin to fork over $60 a month, or 30% of the Brazilian minimum wage, toward child support. Getting twice. Okay, this actually helps. She'll be getting twice as much as kids. So I'm guessing then that means that each one is paying the full amount.
I feel sorry for the kid that grows up and don't know which one of them is his true dad.
Yeah, there you go. But that's where our culture's going. But let that be a lesson to you. Wait until you're married, people.
However, in the future, maybe they will have better technology to figure that out.
I don't know, because it's I don't know, maybe, but your only chance is if one of them had a disease that could be traceable back.
Well, you can remember back to the last century before we had DNA testing, a lot of things didn't really pan out the way they should be, as they use DNA testing today to figure that out.
Yep. This just in: toddlers plan and execute a breakout.
Wait, what?
Smashed my finger in 4th grade during gym class, and the teacher told me to put it under cold water to help with the pain. That was in the morning. I wasn't allowed to go home. Wow. My daycare report everything even when and how many bowel movements your child makes. There you go.
Okay.
See, you could do the smart diapers and have all that logged and send out to a big company. And then they could get real-time report. Your child is in the process of a number 2.
I'm getting a flash flood warning, y'all.
Flash flood
Or else
warning.
they just get a smart toilet.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm getting a flash flood warning until 3:30 p.m.
That's exciting.
I get a flash flood warning whenever I eat Taco Bell.
Ooh, ouch.
Ooh.
All right. Woman steals electric scooter from Walmart and drives to the Waffle House to get coffee. Why is it they always look like this? A woman in Tennessee, anyone from Tennessee? Tennessee's represented now. Woman from Tennessee wanted a cup of coffee from a Waffle House, so she stole an electric shopping scooter to make the slow ride for a cup of joe, police said. 45 was arrested and charged with theft Friday after police pulled her over on the highway in Crossingville for taking an electric scooter for a joyride.
Ran to the wheelchair.
Spotted on surveillance video entering Walmart at 4:15 a.m., getting the scooter and riding around the store as she shopped. Then she drove the scooter out of the store. Half hour later, she appeared to do a test run around the parking lot. Wow. It's like, how'd she get to Walmart? I mean, did she walk there? Did she drive there? I mean, she just walked to Walmart.
She probably drove there. She probably drove there and got on the scooter and proceeded to scoot around.
So what's stopping her from just driving to the Waffle House?
That's a good question. It's a really good
She
question.
probably didn't have the strength or didn't feel like getting back into her car off the motor scooter. They are hard to get in and out of.
Why would she do a thing like that? I don't understand. Here's some news from my area, from my state. A guy decided to have a burrito at McDonald's, but gets caught shortly after doing like a silly thing of breaking into a vehicle, breaking and entering vehicles, and then gets caught eating a burrito at McDonald's shortly after.
Wait, McDonald's sells burritos?
Yeah, they do.
I read
Around here.
News to me.
That explains that Taco Bell commercial.
Breakfast burritos.
Oh, they're breakfast burritos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can't hear you, William. I think you're covering your microphone again.
Sorry. A thief was hankering for a burrito was the break that authorities said led to deputies to a suspect in a recent rash of entering autos in 2 counties in my state. And apparently when you buy food at McDonald's, they videotape it, which I never knew that. But a burrito is what led him getting caught.
Well then.
All right. This is, I mean, we're kind of starting a Walmart theme here for a little bit. Chaos at Walmart as a woman performs karate, son exposes himself, and dog steals food. One group of people come into Walmart and just caught. Again, look at this. I don't know. So, Wisconsin, once again, Wisconsin. Anyone from Wisconsin? Wisconsin woman, let's see, a Wisconsin Walmart store has one woman running around, I guess, performing karate. I'm not sure if this is on people or not. Her son's running around the store, shrieking the place, and their dog is running around eating a bunch of dog food. They're all just kind of running amok in one store. Like, how do you get so much crazy in one place? Do we need to look up people at Walmart.com? I'm telling you.
Yes, go to the people of Walmart.com.
There's more to that than meets the eye. There's probably another person that's not documented going around ripping the place off.
Yeah, probably. Police learned that Smith came to the shop with Bo unleashed. The dog immediately started running off towards customers while the woman was pulling apart the displays in the stores and placing them in her cart. After being told to leave the store, the woman began showing off her karate moves in the parking lot to fend off police officers. The dog tried to flee the crime scene, albeit unsuccessfully, with a box of Jiffy cornbread muffin in its mouth. After the brief fight with the officers, Smith was arrested. As a last-ditch effort, she tried to kick a window out of the police car. Her raunchous son, meanwhile, was getting fully naked and began exposing himself to other customers at the store. He tried to cover himself with new clothes from the store without intending to pay for them, says police.
There you go. There's your crazy, because we had a similar situation.
Oh, it gets better. Hold on, it gets better. After officers confront Van, he threatened to run them over with his scooter, prompting the police to use physical force to stop the scooter. He was just going for coffee, man. The only one to get off scot-free is Bo the dog. Wow.
We had to find people going to Walmart store around here and cause as much chaos as they could possibly drum up to keep store employees occupied while another person walked out the back door of the Walmart with a 60-inch TV.
Wow. Okay, that's a thing. That's what I can really say.
That's beautiful.
Also, nice cat.
Oh, thanks.
Because they put all the TVs at the back of the store on the back wall. Well, behind that wall is actually the shipping and receiving area.
Well, where I'm at, my Walmart has it to where they have those security things at both entrances, the front and the back.
All right. Yeah, let's see.
I like Walmart Supercenters. It's like everything Amazon has in a store.
Yeah.
Cats, dogs. I turned off the mouse cursor on the Google.
Everything Amazon has, except you can actually touch it before you get it.
Yeah.
Who needs to watch movies when you have a Walmart? Walmart the movie coming soon. Sounds like an episode of Superstore.
What?
I think I saw one episode of Superstore. That was enough for me. The dog saw the opportunity to run, and I don't blame the dog. Yeah, I'm like, I'm out of here, yo. These people are nuts.
Hey, is my keyboard too loud? Because I'm playing a game.
No, I don't hear it.
Okay,
I don't hear it either.
All right, anybody from Mississippi? Mississippi community left confused after bowls of mashed potatoes keep mysteriously appearing.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Jackson residents mystified after bowls of mashed potatoes suddenly appeared on their cars, porches, and mailboxes. Come on, guys. Get that over this way. I want some mashed potatoes.
Get that over this way. That's probably the only thing I can eat without messing up my stomach.
Yeah, I mean, give me some big old bowl of gravy, too.
Yum.
They spotted a first bowl of mashed potatoes on our car's windshield. I walked outside yesterday morning, 7 a.m., got into the car, and that's when I noticed a white bowl on my windshield. It was full of rainwater. I threw it away, and I was grossed out by it. I thought it's just a harmless prank by some kids or students. She found a bowl of mashed potatoes on her mailbox, and she said some of the potato finders have been connections to Belhaven University, a local private Christian university, which may be a clue. Oh, Lord. Don't blame the Christians for this nonsense. So far, I've realized some of the victims of mashed potatoes are actually staff or students or alumni. Oh, boy.
So basically, it's just like they weren't happy with their education or something? Or
I don't know.
Maybe an anti-Christian's doing it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Paternity prank, perhaps?
That's what I'm guessing. This is why I think that pranks just
You
need
live
to go
in the
away.
college town. How bad will they go with a prank?
You know, I don't live close enough to downtown part to know for sure, but I've heard of some pretty crazy things.
For what I'm gonna do
mashed
for April
potatoes,
Fool's
they
Day.
say that like it's a bad thing.
I used to actually go to a high school where pranks were a little bit common. I remember one prank at my high school where they removed speed bumps and actually spray painted something on one of the principal's windows. I remember some pranks being pulled at the high school I went to, and I remember one instance of a weird food fight, so bad in fact that they made all the students eat outside because they were throwing food everywhere and couldn't even eat in the cafeteria because they were in a food fight. But the class I was in like class for kids with disabilities. We got a chance to eat inside while all the other students had to go outside and eat because they were throwing food real bad in the cafeteria.
All right, we have a few more comments on the last one. Bad dogs, what you gonna do? Loopy says, oh yes, they call him the Streak. Regarding the potatoes, mashed potatoes, they say that like it's a bad thing. Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Who let the dogs out?
Woof, woof, and then a bunch of dog emojis.
All right. We got one, let's see, ABC. Oh, yeah. Oh, watch Florida boys rescue after getting locked out of the Igloo Cooler. What? No,
What?
Apparently, the Florida boy got himself locked in an Igloo Cooler. So,
hey, I'm just making this up, but this sounds like it would actually happen. Florida kid gets stuck in a washing machine while playing hide and seek.
What?
yeah, there you go.
I bet that's happened. I'm 100% sure that's happened.
Let's hope
before.
nobody turned it on.
Well, it's happened with refrigerators. That's why you're required to remove the door when you dispose of one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I've run out of my crazy news for the week. So,
why is it required to remove the door?
Because some of the doors on the refrigerators will lock.
Oh boy!
You can't.
Not all models are just suction sealed.